anytime you negotiate with someone, you have to make sure that they can follow through with what they say. This is a federal government with $18.1 trillion of debt. I think we all remember the president saying, if you like your health insurance, you can keep it. But we just have to be very careful with state taxpayer resources. And I don't think Insure Tennessee is the way to go. We're borrowing money from China and having our grandchildren pay it back so we can expand entitlements today. People do not elect Republicans to expand entitlements. That's what people elect Democrats to do. If insurance and banking is like it was 2 years ago, I don't see any way it gets through. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow how the committees come out. But if insurance, you have to remember, on my original bill, the one you just mentioned, there were enough co-sponsors on that subcommittee to pass it, which means there were enough people who supported no type of plan on the insurance and banking committee last year. And our numbers have grown. I would think, like Gary Odom was on there, he's not here anymore. I wonder if that might be filled by a Republican now. Mm-hmm. There might be less Democrats because our percentage of the body has increased. I wonder if there might be an extra Republican on there this time. So it could be very tough sledding in insurance and banking if it looks very similar to the way it looked last time.
Certainly, my hope is that we can kill this bill as soon as possible. It is going to be a huge financial drain on the state of Tennessee. America has a $17 trillion debt right now. So any money that is not spent on this program is money that can go to pay down that debt. This is actually, by opposing this particular plan, what we're doing is we're helping out our grandchildren so that they don't have to pay this money back to the grandchildren over in China. My position all along has been that it is not wise for Tennessee to expand Obamacare and Medicaid in this way because we simply don't have the funds to do it, and the federal government is not a trustworthy partner going forward to pay that money. It's unclear at this point, in my mind, who's supposed to pay for this program at the end of the 2 years, and perhaps we'll hear that coming from the governor's office in the next few weeks. But I think, certainly I would love to just flat out put an end to this Obamacare Medicaid expansion issue, but I do think it was extremely important that Representative Durham and I passed the bill last year to ensure that this conversation takes place in the legislature. I think a special session it's very much a worthwhile way to discuss it, to ensure that it gets a spotlight on the issue, and we can take a look at what the governor is proposing and make a decision on our own. Otherwise, if we had not passed that bill last year, this could have been simply one line snuck in a budget somewhere, and nobody would have really known what they were voting on. There are some positive aspects to what has been proposed, and the biggest one is the idea of using vouchers to pay for Medicaid. If we could apply those principles to our traditional Medicaid population, I think that would be a huge win and step forward for the state of Tennessee. Unfortunately, that's not what's being proposed here. What's being proposed is to expand Medicaid under Obamacare and then apply some new ideas toward that new expansion. And Tennessee, Tennessee elected Republican leadership to limit government and not to expand government as being proposed.